All right, everyone, here we go. How about a reading with me? I'm going to pull on kind of, it's a Venus and Mars energy. It's kind of in play right now. The two sides of love, if you will. It's perfect for Steve's love tarot, right? Men are from Mars, women are from Venus. Some kind of book about that, I think. We're going to open with that. That's my pre-shuffle. Well, I mean, I didn't like it when I got it the first time. I shuffled again, and it's my second pre-shuffle in an effort to be perfectly honest. But it basically came back and said the same thing. So, okay, we're going to go with this. It's not that bad. Actually, it ends happy, at least on the surface energy. All right, so let's see where we go. Let's have ourselves a reading with me. Surrounding Venus and Mars energies. I've got three of swords, just on the surface. Don't worry about it. We're going to pull a reading here. But just on the surface, I got three swords. Ow. Right? Crossed by the Ace of Wands. Right? And the Eight of Cups. This is something that keeps coming back. Right? And every time it does, you regret going for it. Right? It's a little bit of what came up in a recent reading, but it's not the same energy. It's something else. Because underneath this is the Chariot. It's actually a bigger part of your journey. This is a person, for sure. That is a bigger part of your journey in this soulmate cycle than you realize. And normally what happens is, you give them a chance, they break your heart, they walk away, they go away, or you end up, someone ends up running. Probably not you, the way it reads here. Or maybe you do run, or you just walk because it's not for you, and you have a right to not surround yourself with a toxic person, right? You got a lot of love here. The Three of Swords, I say the Queen of Cups is the most love I can pull from the deck, but the Three of Swords, we only get in this energy for things that we love and care about. It's a heart on the card, right? Underneath that, though, this time, the Seven of Wands, you're a little defensive that this is showing up, but this time it actually works out. I got the Seven of Wands and the Hierophant kind of pair together, but I got the Hierophant bookending the Three of Swords. This time, I think things kind of go your way here. Things end differently. I didn't even know the world was there. I didn't go that far before I hit record. That's mind-blowing. I'm totally right. The world, a new cycle. Something different happens this time. I wonder what it'll be. Let's find out. Let's shuffle the deck. First card out's before the cut. It's Why the Fuck Are We Here? Let's shuffle for it. All right, let's see where we go. Anytime Mars and Venus get together up there and their energies start pulling on the core energies, working together like some sort of tug-of-war team, shit happens. Things happen. People come out of the woodwork. People talk about feelings, things that didn't work out before work out, at least in this context, in the context that the energy's in right now. All right, so I thought I'd pull on it. Whatever. It's Thursday. What else do I have to do? All right, here we go. Card before the cut. Why the fuck are we here? So, why the fuck are we here? The Empress. Somebody come and told you. I mean, it's... Love is in the air. I mean, I don't know what else I can say here. There's a... I want to say something cheesy, like somebody's realized your value or whatever. We're here because your energy is extremely attractive. Okay? Right now, and I've told you it was going to be. I told you that. It happens periodically, but it rarely happens in the context it's happening in right now. There's also, I don't know if this applies to you or not, I feel like it's the return of empathy. Your empathy levels are coming back up. I say back up. I think they were down a little, but you may not have realized it. Some of you, okay, not all of you. That's a message for some of you. You know, especially if you're out there, you're like, Steve, I'm not in the mood. I say, that's going to change. All right, your mood will change. All right, let's see where we go. Let's cut the deck. What comes after the Empress? Somebody's coming towards you. Look, I mean, I can't make this stuff. The Knight of Cups. I said, you're very attractive right now. Everybody want to bring you a cup. Remember what I always tell you about that. It's especially important now. Everybody wants to bang the Empress. Not everybody gets to. Whether you're male or female, it doesn't matter. The Empress uses discernment. You can separate the wheat from the chaff. You got something you think is chaff is actually wheat, and it's coming towards you. I'll rephrase that for people who are like, Steve, I'm not a fucking farmer. What the fuck are you talking about? Fine. Something you think is shit, oh, not again, right, is actually a lot better than you think. All right, let's see where we go. Let's see where, oh my God, I see it. It's right there. Got it. All right, here we go. Let's shuffle the deck. It's a general reading. It may or may not resonate with you, but if the title brought you in here, you found Steve Love Tarot, you're here for a reason. This reading is timeless. I'm not a fucking time lord, okay? Clocks are what we hang on the wall. They're not in the energy. All right. Let's see where we're at. At least not the way we track it anyway, right? We're not going to get into a space-time conversation here. This isn't Steve's Science Channel. Here we go. Let's see where we're at. All right. Ace of Wands, the overall energy of everything that's going to fall on the table. Well, I'm going to pull a pyramid here. I think it's important that I do. All right. We're going to, okay, calm the fuck down. The cards are getting all antsy. All right. Yeah. Somebody's returning and walked away. All connections have a cycle. Okay. They come around, and it's a set pattern. It sometimes takes years to spot it between your cycle, your pattern with another person. Right. If you're in a relationship, for example, with somebody who suffers from depression or something like that, and they get really bad, it's important that you track the pattern so you know when it's coming. There'll always be a sort of a waveform sort of pattern with it. And if you do that, you can help them. You can be of great help to that person, and you won't be surprised every time they hit a dip. You know, you're like, well, I saw that coming. It's an 18-month cycle. It seems to be, you know, that kind of a thing. This connection here is on a cycle. This person comes back. And it's pretty hot when they do. I'm going to tell you, it's pretty hot. Here's your feelings here, okay? Here's how other people see you or how this person sees you. Here's a potential final outcome. I say potential because I cannot predict free will. Nobody can. I'll clarify everything, throw some universe cards at the end. Right? And you bet your sweet asses I'll probably extend this one. We'll see what happens here. We're going to clarify with the witches, which randomly at the bottom has 5 pentacles. I like when part of the pre-shuffle comes back. I still say this ends well. This ends differently than you think. That's the key message here if this came back, right? Let's get your feelings. Let's do it. Give me your feelings, how they feel about you. I don't know if these are your feelings or how they feel about you. I don't know. You might feel the same about each other. It's sort of blending. It's weird. Okay, what is it? Queen of Cups, the most love I can pull from the deck. Absolutely. And I talked about that already, that energy, up in the pre-shuffle, where I said the 3 of Swords was there, and I mentioned the Queen of Cups. I said the Queen of Cups is the most love I can pull from the deck, but so is the 3 of Swords in a way, because we don't feel that for people we don't have love for. I think you both feel the same way about each other. That's what I think. But I think only I think one side gives more, and the other side doesn't, and the side that doesn't give, I think they feel bad about it, but I think you feel worse. I think you're the side that gives more, and I think you feel worse about it. Anyway, what's the center card? High Priestess. Yeah. Somebody shows the love and somebody doesn't. Somebody gives the love and somebody doesn't. I don't know. I'm not sure why the hidden energy is there. We'll clarify that for sure. What's red with the Queen of Cups? Yeah, the 3 of Pentacles. I think love wins the day here, but for a reason that might surprise you. Somebody here, this is not you, somebody attached to you has been keeping this person, this is a specific person, whoever this person is, has been keeping something from you. And when they reveal that, I think you end up loving them more. I think, or the love gets more equal than it's been, and I think there's a good chance for a partnership here. Could be this person was married or in a relationship, and now they're gone from that. Something's changed. Underneath the Hierophant there, I've got the World, the most powerful card I can pull. They're going to tell you about it. I'm drawn to the blue, the throat chakra. So we'll see. All right. Let me get another sip of water. Hold on. I had to take one earlier. I've got to take it again. Okay. All right. Here we go. How do they see you? What does this person think about when they think about you? Maybe we can find out why it sometimes usually ends in 3 swords. I don't know. 4 swords. Huh. They don't think. Okay. 7 of Pentacles. This is a very selfish person, whoever they are. No, I mean, I'm pulling a set of cards here that should tell me what they think about you. And they don't. They just think about what's in it for them. That's usually this energy's modus operandi. What's in it for them? This is a very selfish person, plain and simple. You might be Mr. or Mrs. Fix-It for this person. I said might. I'm riffing on the energy. Take it as it resonates. If it doesn't resonate, discard it. Right? But you might be Mr. Fix-It for this person. They don't think about you at all, but you bring them a lot of healing through some pentacles or something, right? This could be somebody who shows up, they want to go out, you have fun, you bang, you have a great night, you think this is going to be terrific, oh, this is wonderful, thank goodness, and then they ask you for a couple of $100 to fix their car or something like that. You know, just catch my drift. That's all you got to do. It doesn't have to be that, right? Okay. All right. Potential final outcome. Very selfish. But they've been hiding something from you. It could be the love. I don't know. Okay, but what's the potential final outcome for my viewers, you guys? I said, King of Wands. This person. The Burger King. Got to have it their way. I'm going to flip this back on you. This backs up what I said here. I think you already know this about this person, but this is read with the High Priestess, which is something they're keeping from you. Somebody here is going to be vulnerable to you, and I think you're going to like that. I think that's what's different this time around, is somebody comes rolling in, and I think that your problem with this person is they're not vulnerable. They always act like everything's fine. Thanks for the bang last night, baby. Can I get a couple $100 to fix my car? I'll get it back to you. And then you don't hear from them for a while. They gone, right? Again, just catch my drift, but that's basically the lay of the energy here, right? No pun intended with lay. Sorry about that. I said bang and then lay in the same paragraph. But, I mean, this is, somebody's going to behave differently here. We'll see what happens when we clarify that. Let's do it. Let's go. Let's grab the witches. 5 of Pentacles. Somebody really misses you. This energy misses you. It's their own fault. Again, Mars and Venus are doing a dance, pulling on core energies that are already very sensitive. Planets pulling on the energy, stretching it out. You know, I as reading energy have to account for that. I'm accounting for it here. I get it. This is someone acting way out of character. Let's pull on the High Priestess. Let's do it. Let's just get right to it. Tell me about the High Priestess. What's this hidden energy? I believe it's revealed. You know, I don't always, sometimes I think the High Priestess, when I look at the High Priestess, I sometimes see just a carpet and everything staying underneath it. But a lot of times, and one of the meanings of the card is secrets revealed, sort of a thing. It is. Somebody's going to reveal something. Somebody's going to be very vulnerable here, which is very out of character for them. You might feel a lot of hope, that there's a lot of hope in the energy, that there's a chance here for a partnership. You might feel that. I just don't want you to forget who this person is in the process. You might feel inclined, especially with this energy, because your energy is attached to this row as well, obviously, and here. You might feel inclined to be, based on this, to forgive this person, okay? I want you to be careful about that. I want you to forgive them, that's for you, but I don't want you to forget who they've been, okay? All right, I'm just saying. All right, the High Priestess, do what you want to do. People who forgive and forget tend to end up in 3 of Swords quite a bit. The Devil is crossing this. Yeah, this person's been hiding. What did I say? Rewind. This person's been hiding something. It's going to be revealed. You're going to see the dark side of this. I'm not sure what frequency of devil energy this is. I don't know. I mean, what's on top? The 5 of Pentacles, the card I showed you twice that was here when I picked up this deck. Why is that here? The 5, wow, we got a pair of 5s where change happened, but both of these cards technically, and I got the 5 of Cups and the 3 of Swords, and also a 5 of Pentacles, which can also, all of those cards can be the end of a separation phase of a soulmate cycle. I wish I could specific justice. This person may have been in a toxic thing. They may have been held back. The way I read this, take it as it resonates. I don't think you know about it. If you do, I don't think you know the extent of it. There's a third energy attached to this person that's been holding them back, that's been filling their head with nonsense, or it's been sort of causing problems, right? Yo, you don't want to talk to Steve's viewer. If you talk to Steve's viewer, you're an idiot kind of a thing. And they didn't want to make waves. Again, you just have to catch my drift here. I'm reading energy. right? Thousands of people are watching. But it's sort of like they didn't want to make waves. So they went along with whatever that toxic person wanted just to, keep the peace, so to speak. They're done with that. They're done with it. I don't think, even if you knew about that third toxic person, I don't think you knew the extent to which they were controlled by it or held back by it or influenced by it or how much they were keeping the peace. So while I still think this is a selfish person, a bit of a user, I do think that. I do feel on some level, it could be a small level, it doesn't have to be anything big, right? I think when they reach out to you and it ends in 3 swords, they did it for selfish reasons, probably to get away from this energy for a little bit, but they had to go back, right? With energies like this, it's always about keeping the peace. Whatever the specific scenario is, it's about keeping the peace. You just go along to get along, because if you get this energy rattled, they'll do crazy shit, right? I mean, honestly, half the reason, I've got kind of a relationship similar to this with my own mom, in a sense of, it's painful for me to call her because her point of view on the world is just, it's vile. It's just insane. You have no idea. That being said, I still call. I call because she's my mom and I love her and we have a relationship and I respect that she has her way of looking at things. But that's one of the reasons. The other reason I call is because if I don't call for a while, she'll do something crazy. She'll lose her fucking mind and do something nuts, like call the local police to have a fucking safety check or a health check to see if I'm all right. She'll do something crazy embarrassing if I don't. So I head it off. I give her a ring to head that off to keep the peace. Even though, my blood pressure goes up 10 points every time I talk to her. At the end of the day here, we've got somebody that kind of went along to get along, is surrounded by toxin, and did what they had to do. And they're going to tell you all about that. Oh, they are. They're going to talk with the blue here, all about it. I think somebody's finally broken free of it. All right? It is what it is. All right, Queen of Cups. Why is it here? Let's see. Let's see where we're at. So I can kind of dig that. I know on one level where they're coming from. And they don't want to tell you about it because, it makes them on some level. In this situation, with that level of devil energy, it makes them look small. And this energy doesn't like to look small, does it? Right? So it's hard for them to tell you about it. All right, let's see where we go. Queen of Cups. Why is it here? All right, Queen of Cups. It's crossed by the Page of Pentacles. Oh, wow. Something you learn increases your love for this person. Something they tell you. They're going to tell you something they learned. It is what it is. What's on top? 7 of Pentacles. Why is that here? Because it's here. 2 of Cups. Whatever it is brings you two closer together. I'll just keep it simple and phrase it that way. All right? I don't need to pull on that. They want a partnership with you. They want you in their life. I believe this third energy, the devil here, is gone. Okay? Whatever it is. Or they're done giving to it and placating it. They're done placating it. Okay? So, because the 7 of Pentacles is here, let's now pull on the 7 of Pentacles in a new energy. All right? Let's see where we go. You can heal a connection with this person for sure. Now, how do they see you? Usually it's a couple $100 to fix their car. But now I think it's different. Now you two have come closer together. You know something you didn't know, or you know the extent of something you didn't know before. That's possible. And again, I'm not a Time Lord. This could be near future influence for you. All right? 7 of Pentacles. Let's see where we're at. It's crossed by the Knight of Pentacles. Why is that here? And the Knight of Swords, yeah. So, again, it's this open, they feel like they can talk to you. I'm going to put it that way. I'm going to leave it there. What's on top? 4 of Pentacles. And why is that here? Yeah. They're disappointed. When they see you, they're disappointed in their behavior, in how they've behaved in the past. So, yeah, it's just validating. It's just right. You are coming closer together because of this. All right? There's a lot of healing that's happening. It's just healing around the 4 of Swords. I want to pull on your final outcome as the King of Wands. That's the most confusing card on the table in a sense. And I'm only going to pull on it. I get they're the King of Wands. I get everything I said here. It ties with that. But why is your final outcome the King of Wands? Are you suddenly going to become an asshole? I don't think so. So why is this here? I'm going to wager a guess while I'm shuffling. I could be wrong. But it's the way the energy reads. If I had to take a surface read on this, I've got blue, I've got throat chakra around this king. You might be inclined to speak from the ego more than from the soul. You feel like this person's hurt you quite a bit. You might fly off the handle. You might say some things out of frustration. That's your ego talking. Okay? Try to keep that in check a little bit. All right? But you got some stuff you'd like to get off your chest with this person. You understand where they're coming from with the toxin here. And you appreciate that the love has grown and we've come closer together and they want a partnership. But you understand that they feel ashamed and disappointed in themselves for holding back and not telling you why they couldn't, why they kept showing up, breaking your heart and leaving, It could have only happened once. This might be for some of you, the second time they come back. I get it. You got some shit you want to get off your chest. I would rather you got it off your soul than your ego. It's more of a warning for you than anything else. But I'm going to tell you, I can dig it. I'm with you. I'm not a Tibetan monk either. All right, I'll tell you what. Here we go, the King of Wands. All right. It's crossed by the Hermit. It's everything I just told you. The environmental energy is the Hermit. All right? Calm the motherfucker down, sport. Right? Calm the motherfucker down. Speak from the soul, not from the ego. Looks like the ego wants to do some talking here. What's on top? The High Priestess. You've got a lot of stuff that you've held back that you'd like to say, and now you feel guilty about saying it because they've revealed something to you. They've been vulnerable. But the urge to say it is strong. Secrets revealed energy here as well. You got a few things you'd like to say. Right? Well, that's fine, but hold on. As soon as you make a comment like that, well, that's fine, but you are not talking from the soul. Okay? Again, I'm not being a hypocrite. Everybody here knows I'm a hothead. I admit it. I'll be right there with you. Okay? I got it. But try to be careful. Try to hold back on that. This person is on their knees to you. That devil energy that was there, that was crossing that High Priestess, overrides whatever smaller High Priestess you've got here that you'd like to. It really does. And it might be selfish of you to rip into them, even though they'd probably agree with you and be disappointed. Okay? I get it. But this person's really on their knees here. They really like a partnership with you. We may go back and clarify that just for fun. Why is that here? Yeah, the Two of Swords. It's a truce. For peace. Right? It's everything I said. I read the energy first, then I throw the cards. Pay attention. I got a lot of experience with this kind of thing. I got a lot of experience being a hothead. For peace. It benefits you. This connection coming together benefits you in some way. Do what you want to do, but try to speak from the soul. Three of Pentacles. Let's see where we're at. I'm just pulling on it for shits and giggles. I'm still going to pull a couple of universe cards for you. And we're going to pull more on that devil. And we're going to pull more on what you'd like to say. And what there's a lot underneath the surface here. This kind of reminds me of Ghostbusters 2. Right? The one with the the one with the slime under New York, of all the anger and all the people in New York that went into the slime and it started rumbling and all that kind of stuff, right? And the guy in the painting who was controlling, he is Vigo, ruler of the world, right? That guy. I mean, it's just under the surface there's that Ghostbusters 2 slime thing going on. Housing, seething, something. Let the love come through first. If you bring that out first, you'll blow the whole thing here. And I don't think you want that. I don't think you want 3 swords again. I think you'd regret that. Based on what I feel over here and the feelings. The Queen of Cups come out in the feelings. That's a big deal. The reason she didn't come out in the center is because of that devil, because of what this person's going to reveal to you. Right? Three of Pentacles. Tell me about it. Let's go. Wow. Love readings like this. It's crazy. Yeah, it's the Queen of Wands. It's like somebody barely knows you. Okay? It is. You're coming to a deeper understanding. Right now, you've only scratched the surface of this connection, of the feelings. Okay? That's why I say let the feelings rise up to the surface. Let that drive. What's on top? The King of Pentacles. Yeah. Why is that here? The King of Wands. Yeah, these two kings, they don't get along very well. Somebody's changed. Somebody's turned up. You can have a partnership with the King of Pentacles. You can't have a partnership with this person. I mean, you can't. Unless you don't mind cheating and bullshit and, ending up on cops' TV shows, being the person in the street yelling with the Schlitz can and the cigarette, I'm going to take him to jail. I don't like him. That's a relationship with the King of Wands. All right? This is nice. This is nice if you let the love drive. If you become Steve and chuck your phone against the wall, make sure you do it after you hang up. Okay, I mean, it just talk with the soul, not with the ego. Came out again. It's a double message. You're getting proof here that this person is a better person. They really are. Bridging energy is the Eight of Cups. Wow. Bridging energy on the Three of Pentacles is the Eight of Cups. We're actually moving in the right direction now. We're moving away from 8 broken cups. Now we're moving into 9 cups. We're moving into the connection the way it should be. Why? Because we've removed that devil energy. Or they have. Okay? This happens a lot. This happens a lot in this particular soulmate cycle where you've got somebody they're just in a situation. I see it in the Leo soap opera a lot where you've got somebody that's just in a situation and they just go along to get along. Right? It's too costly to leave it. It could be family. Whatever. All right. Let's see where we're at. King of Swords. What else you want to tell my people? King of Swords. Three of Wands. The Fool. We'll get all 3 wands on camera. I don't want to hear from anybody's agent. And the 2 of Wands crossing the 3 of Wands. Wow, I like that. These are 2 of Wands crossing 3 of Wands. These are red. Center, left, right. This is a smooth ride. It only gets really, honestly, we go from 2 wands to 3 wands, truths being spoken, right? And we start a new journey with this person. The only thing that jams this up is if we start fighting, we start whatever. You start overthinking things. It is what somebody is going to be very honest. This is an honest king. Somebody's going to be very honest with you about whatever that devil was. There's a smooth transition here into something brand new. There's something on the other side of this for you. All right? I think you know that with whoever this person is. It might be a little bit of devil energy. It's not here, but it might be a little bit of devil energy bleed over on your side in the sense of you might, by keeping your lips zipped and opting for peace and just talking from the soul, you might be doing a little bit of going along to get along yourself. But the opportunity will come later for you to get off your chest what you want, and it'll be in a better environment. It won't turn into a Clash of the Titans kind of a thing. Okay? That's that. If you want the extended, there's a couple of links at the top of the description. I'm going to go crazy on that devil, on the devil energy here, and this connection. I'm curious why it's so important. We got double high priestesses here. It's very important to keep the peace. It's very important that you at least begin this journey with this person. One that I don't think's ever really begun, per se, with the superficial energy here crossing the 3 of Pentacles. Let's see. All right. I hope this reading was helpful. Good luck.